Okay, good afternoon everybody and welcome back to live coverage of the World Bowls Under 25 Championships from the Jim Baker Stadium here in County Antrim. My name is Carl Higgins. I'm the appointed coach of Team England for the Championships. Also alongside me in commentary is Derek Dillon, who is the Canadian coach. Welcome, Derek.
Thanks, Carl.
All right, mate.
Pleasure to be here.
We join here in the third end of competition in the men's singles final. We have in red stickers from Scotland, Stephen Lowrie, and from Australia in blue stickers we have Joseph Clarke. The third end, as you can see, we have an Australian lead of 6-0. Expecting here a very, very close game. Two great lads, played very well throughout the week. And although it's a fairly slow start from Scotland, I'm sure it'll be reasonably tight as we head further and further into the competition. Would you agree, mate?
Yeah, Carl, I think the cream's come to the top for the final. Steve and Joseph have certainly shown during the week that they've been the best draw bowlers, and certainly under these conditions, perfect here at County Antrim. Greens on the carpet here is you'd expect the top draw bowlers to perform very well. Stephen is just not quite on as he has been. He played us this morning, in fact, and sort of comfortably dispatched us a little bit this morning. So he should be pretty primed for this final. But with sets play, as you say, you can get into you can be spanked in the first set and come back and win the second set, and you're into the tiebreaker with a good show. But Joseph at the moment's come out after lunch here and after the mixed pairs final, and is bang all over it as you'd expect. Joseph's a previous winner of the Australian Open pairs, so you don't get much more pressure on that than that. So both these guys used to pressure high-level games, and as you said, Carl, we expect pretty talented and pretty close game.
Yep, great summary. And how has you and your players found the carpet this week?
Oh, it's fantastic. We were here in 22 and back here in 25, and they haven't changed a bit. They are fantastic. We'd love an establishment like this in Canada, that's for sure.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, mate. It's a great facility, great people, and a very much a well-organised event. That's a tremendous ball there from Stephen. Yeah, we're in for a gripping game, so hope we all enjoy. Bernie Hill there, ITO and English umpire. Called interaction on the third end. Looks very tight from this angle.
Yeah, hard to tell from our commentary position here, that's for sure. Must be hard for the young eyes of the players to tell too. So they've got an ITO after looking over the top of it. So Stephen will be looking to get this one ideally and get on the board. Sort of 5 shots down with 4 ends to play in the first set. He's certainly still in it.
Yeah, within touching distance, sure. Isn't he? Yeah. Looks like a blue shot.
Looks blue, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, one blue. Indicated there by Bernie hour marker for the final. And that's Joseph taking the one and leading 7-0 after the 3 ends.
Yeah, Joseph is out of the St John's Park Bowls Club in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. As we expect, always good young people come to this tournament from Australia. They've won it the last couple of years. And Joseph's in with a good chance here to win this, to keep the record going for Australia.
Yeah, he certainly has started very, very well. I noted this morning that in the semi-final match, going this way, he's just won the end, and he never scored in all of the game that we played. He never scored that way. Very interesting, mate.
He's changed that already. So in this game, mate. So
and that's a great start.
Starts again, right?
Fantastic open ball, putting the pressure straight on it. Stephen, who really needs to score this end. Looks a decent line, probably just slightly over pace. Still a good opening ball. Good receiving position there. I think early doors in the semi-final, Joseph was favouring the inside hand, but has chosen the ditch hand for this end. That's not a bad ball either. Finishing very well. It's always important to finish in the right areas past the jack.
Well, when your loose bowls are only 1.5 foot away, you got to be pretty happy, don't you?
That's right.
You certainly do have to be accurate here. Stephen won't be happy with that one, being a bit narrow, but he's obviously playing a shot there to bump the blue bowl, but too narrow.
Just needs to settle down here a little bit, Stephen. He's a bit shell-shocked for the first 3 ends, 7 down. However, still plenty time to go in this end, but he
wouldn't expect a final to go, he wouldn't have expected to go 3-3 in the first 2 ends down, so we might see a little bit of weight here from Stephen.
Looks like he's framed it from a little bit there.
Yeah, it looks out of the hand like it's a bit of a weight. He's not looking to lose his bowl or anything, but
can he get down from there? He's trying.
Pretty good result here.
Yeah, well played, Stephen. That's a great ball. And he really needed that.
That's what he needs. He's unflappable. He's been around a long time. And Stephen, I know, I first saw her in 2018 in Glasgow playing in the World Under-25. So 7 years ago. And he doesn't look any different now, Kyle, to what he did 7 years ago.
I said earlier on, he's under 25, but he seems to be around the long
He's a
time.
big unit, and he was a big unit when he was 18, so here we are, he's 25, just 25 this year, so he's one solid bowler.
Joseph looking to drop down underneath his short ball. Pace is probably good for the shot, just slightly high.
Joseph is 21, just turned 21 this week, in fact, a couple of days ago. And so you look at the Australians and, 21-year-old Joseph Clarke out of St John's Park, and you look at the experience and the high-level bowls have played already. I think he's an emerging jack on the emerging Jackaroo squad. So specifically selected for this event, and showing that he's got a long future and bright future in bowls if he wants it. Fraction short from Stephen, but he's on the board. So it's Australia 7, Scotland 1 after 4 ends.
Interesting to see what length Stephen plays here. I would suggest something very different to what Josh has been playing. It looks like it's a little bit longer.
Looks like he's trying to get tee to tee if he possibly can. And that's what it is. Here on end number 5, it's pretty well, except for a couple of inches, tee to tee. Stephen wanting a good one first out of the gun here, and he looks to be a bit heavy.
Is he going to stay with us?
Not what he wanted. A bowl in the ditch at this stage, Kyle.
Disappointed with that one, mate. 3 ends of play. He really needs to be scoring those 3 ends to give himself a chance. Joseph's having a look. All on his legs.
Well, that's the shot.
He always seems to find centre of the ring. He always finds a very good line. I know from local knowledge the carpet here with the heating and people in the venue changes potentially match to match. So it's all about learning the ring, learning the pace straight away. And he's certainly finding it much, much better than Stephen at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, Joseph would be used to playing more outdoor than indoor, that's for sure. But certainly on the hard, quick greens of Australia, he would be certainly used to the speed. And these conditions, obviously no breeze, no perfect conditions for bowls indoors here. He certainly enjoys them because he can draw the lights out all day long. And there's another one
Brilliant.
from Joseph.
Pressure straight on Stephen. Sticking with the ditch hand.
He doesn't seem as if he likes that. He was looking.
Maybe he's caught his eye from the side.
Yes.
But I like to watch players' body language, and you can see as soon as he let that ball go,
he sort of looked out the side, but pretty good result if you don't
Yeah,
mind. I'd look out
right.
the side every day, every bowl I do, if that was the result. I'd be very pleased with that one.
Same ball I would think for Joseph, just to try and sit the last ball. Guarantee the shot. Turns that ball once, potentially 2 or 3 there for him. Yeah, is he up?
Looks to be a little short, yeah.
Bang on line again.
Won't be too pleased, but he's only 1 down, 7-1 up, end number 5, so he won't be in any panic mode here. Just trying to relax and draw around at this stage. The damage is done in this set. A lot of players this week, Kyle, seem to be repeat visitors to the World Under-25s, and geez, I tell you what, some of them, it seems like you see them every year for years upon years. I don't know if they're checking birth certificates or not, but by golly.
I was just speaking to a couple of coaches about qualification, or either qualification or the appointment of these players for championships. I mean, how does it work with you guys?
Yeah, Canada, they are selected. We have a national championship, which is outdoors, obviously. But, so that's taken into consideration, as well as their performance throughout the year this year and last year, and what they've been results-wise. But also we think, we look at things certainly process-wise, how they're going within the high-performance program. And, when we also... we want to make sure that they're good people as well. So, we think about the values of players, and we hold values in very high steed, so that we want to be able to represent Canada the right way. If you can't do that and you're a great player, you're not going to get picked in Canada.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The two, in fact, this year, Eric and Bailey did, in fact, win our national championship this year, but they were both selected. They're part of the high performance program in Canada. And Eric won the bronze medal in the men's singles here, beaten by Stephen this morning. So, we're quite happy with that result this week. Our kids are coming out of kids. I say they're under 25. They're not really kids, but. We're coming out of snow. We have no indoor facilities, so all we can do is get here a couple of days early and have a practice, and away we go. It's not easy playing against people that have been, playing either indoors or outdoors for quite a bit coming into this event, but it is what it is, and we're happy with the way we perform when we go internationally currently. Great
to hear. I mean, our process is slightly different in England. I believe Scotland is exactly the same, where it's qualification for us. So we identify the national under-25 singles as the qualification policy to reach the British Isles and indeed the World Championship. So our two this year were both national champions, and then we were asked to bring a second female entry. And then Ellie was obviously the national singles runner-up, which explains the reason behind our 3 entrants.
Yeah, a couple of withdrawals this late last week before, I think, from Japan, Botswana, but able to call on the UK to, and like Ireland and you guys to help out with a few extra athletes.
Okay, so we got the 6th end here now, with Joseph leading 7-2 over Stephen. Five-shot gap. Stephen has to score these last 2 ends. Stephen back on the inside hand. Tell you what, his pace is very good, Derek. Just got to pass the red ball. Ah, that's very good. I think his pace was great.
Pretty handy.
Stephen, a couple of feet adjustment, mate. Looking to rest the jack high ball.
He's nearly got to be looking at the jack high bowl. He's a bit wide here, but
just hasn't settled yet, mate, has he?
No, he hasn't. He's not as accurate as he was this morning, that's for sure. You can see those short bowls, you know, maybe a foot and a half, and that's how short and that's how precise it is on this surface. And in these games, you know, it's really, you know, outdoors, something like that would be fine, but not in the indoor game here on these perfect conditions.
As you mentioned earlier, I mean, regardless of the score now, it is sets play. You can effectively draw a line under the first set and crack on with a second.
For sure.
Second crack of the whip.
Yes, it all starts from zero again, so you just got to have that mentality to say, well, okay, here I go, I've got a second chance now, take advantage of it. Stephen's not happy with that one, and certainly that one's well short. I'm not sure what he was thinking about there, but to have any chance at all, he needed to probably run at that jack high bowl of Joseph's a bit, and I don't think Joseph's got any need to bowl this last one.
I think the set's in the bag.
This will win the first set for him. So, and in fact, he's not bowling it, so he will get a shot there. Joseph Clarke for Australia will win the first set 8-2 after 6 ends. No need to bowl the 7th end. And they will go directly into the first end of the second set here at County Antrim Bowls Club, Indoor Bowls Club here in Antrim, Ireland, about half hour out of Belfast. And it's a nice area, looks a nice area. Kyle, again, back here, it looks very similar to when I was here a few years ago. Nice and green, plenty of few sheep around, and doesn't look a bad place to live around here, except
Seems
for
very,
the weather.
It's probably too quiet for me, though, mate.
Well, you wouldn't live here for the weather, would you? Right, But it's, you know, a bit of rain and a bit of drizzle and a bit of fog is, I don't know, do I want that or do I want the snow of Canada and the ice? I'm not so certain.
Okay, so we're heading into the second set now. Joseph, obviously, with winning the first set, takes the jack, brings the mat up once again. Back to that trusty short length. It's played so well out in the first set. And gives Stephen a chance there to get something close. Right, Stephen, sticking with the ditch hand. That's a tremendous line. You've just got to reach now.
Yeah, Stephen's using the Hensley Classic 2s. Amazingly, size 3. You know, he's a big man, but using size 3 bowls, which is interesting, against Joseph, who's got the Taylor SRVs size 4s. So a bit narrower that Joseph is using, which is typically what Southern Hemisphere players will use coming to the UK.
Okay, a slight adjustment needed from Joseph here. He has adjusted, but is it enough?
You just see those SRVs don't as turn as a lot of players using aces, even on these 16, 17 second greens. This will be pretty well the shot bowl from Stephen.
Yeah, well played. Possibly made 2 out of it. Leaves a good rest for Joseph, however.
If it gives Stephen a bit of confidence with a bit of luck to start. We know he can draw the lights out, but hopefully that gives him a little bit of confidence, and he starts to get a roll on here. And
this is a cracking ball again. If he's up, just pulling up short. Scraped for second.
Stephen's still got the shot here. I'd imagine Stephen will be staying the same hand. He's having a bit of a think, but he could just draw to his own shot bowl. Carl, I'd imagine. Yes, that's the hand he's going.
He's having a good look at it. Can he get on in time?
Get down, but
probably slightly overpaced, but
maybe might be a
finishing
counter.
quite well.
Might be a counter. It's the first time Joseph's had to really have a bit of a think here about what he does.
That's right.
He's been drawing well all week. It really probably a fairly quick decision for him. He probably thinks he can draw in there or just roll his incoming bowl in.
The thing is, you can tell he's playing with confidence. He's playing well, but he's playing with that confidence, isn't he? So
well, that's right.
You wouldn't back against him.
He doesn't have to do stuff like running at it and playing a miraculous bowl or whatever. He's just confident to get on the mat and he's like, geez, there's 6 inches there. I can draw inside there without too much trouble.
Lovely smooth delivery. Sticking with a ditch hand.
I think he's got a little bit of weight on this, which will hold that. The SRVs will just hold in that part. They get back eventually, but you see how none of those bowls of his have made the, apart from one, made the centre line. So Stephen will be really looking to bowl a counter here. It's changing hands. He'd love to draw a third here and get off to a great start in this second set.
Sent it out on a big line there, mate, doesn't he?
Plenty of carpet here, but I'm not sure. It's coming back. If it falls over.
Good. Yep, looks good from me.
It looks good from here, but we'll see what they... I think it's a 3 to Scotland. It is, and as we spoke about, a fresh start in the second set, and look at the result, Carl.
Yeah, he needed that really, didn't he? It's all about that pressure switch, that momentum switch. Because sometimes I think if you win the first set comfortably, I mean, I'm involved in our under 18 setup, and when we go to British Isles year in, year out, and we're looking at around 80% of the time that we win the first set, lose the second set, we generally lose the tiebreak. I don't know whether it's complacency, when you win the first set so well, you maybe take your foot off the gas.
Yeah, it's got to be mental, doesn't it?
Yeah,
but,
of course it does.
You know, it's certainly an interesting game nowadays. The sets play, there's some players that absolutely hate it, there's others that quite like it, of course, but obviously we've got any singles championship with World Bowls nowadays is certainly sets play. This event, Champion of Champions, World Indoor. So, and obviously coming into Commonwealth Games, which is a little more brutal in that it's only one tie-break end. So here it's 3, but I think it's 1 tie-break end at the Commonwealth Games next year in Glasgow. And as we saw in the World Cup in Malaysia, certainly some very interesting results there, and as players who thought they had control of the game would lose a set, and then takes one good bowl in a tie-break, one good bowl, that's it, and you're done. So.
Speaking of the tie-breaks, what do you think about the ruling with regards to a cumulative score rather than ends won?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think the players prefer it. It's, you know, they sort of say to themselves, well, over 3 ends, I reckon I can beat you, and it takes out, I guess, the factor of you know, one good bowl for 2 ends. So, you know, a real good player, you know, like our Ryan Bester, for example, you know, 2 drives and he could win the whole tie-break, you know, with 2 big drives. But you've still got to produce good bowls, obviously, in the tie-break. But I think cumulative still has that strategy and what have you involved in it that says, well, hell, I don't want to be dropping 3 in the first end of a tie-break. It's pretty tough to get back. But Stephen has got some confidence back now.
That's more like him, mate.
He's drawing more like we've seen this week from the big fella. Joseph playing some weight here. We don't see him play weight too often. And
way under the line.
Oh, he's missed a long way there. So last bowl to come on this second end from Stephen. I suspect he's holding 2. I suspect that he'll be around the back here somewhere. His toucher just fell over too there at the head, which changes that sort of angle a bit now. So I still think he'll play this back end, and I'd be surprised if he's not sneaking around behind, but he's not sneaking around behind at all.
It's going to finish. Is it going to finish? Answer. Good effort. Good effort.
Not sure he was looking to do that.
I'm very surprised he hasn't.
You know, Joseph hits this now. There's potential. Well, you'd think with the toucher that's fallen over that might probably follow through, depending on the angle that Joseph gets it at, if in fact he gets it. But Stephen might have been thinking that his toucher will follow through, and he might still be one up.
If he does happen to get it on the angle, though.
That's right.
And onto that other ball, which the ball will go, then
Stephen could go a couple down. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Joseph will be running at this again. A little more controlled this time.
It's in the
compared
area.
to his first one.
Slightly under, maybe.
He's got Jet, and as I say, there you go. See, that's where I thought Stephen might have been.
Thought he'd have gone
so
to
it's one shot to Joseph there. So I'd have thought Stephen might have been around on the tee there, but not sure. I guess Stephen's got a coach down there. I don't know the man myself, but is that his coach?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
See how that? I would probably be up and down the side with them. He probably doesn't appreciate the angles of the head himself, unless there's a second one down there. I
certainly would have had Stephen on the tee at that one.
Totally agree with you, mate.
Take my 2 and draw to the tee, and then I've got security.
Okay, into the third end, sorry. The stand, Stephen leads Joseph 3-1. Joseph back on that shot, Jack, and nails it with his first ball. Great opening ball.
He does like that length, but Stephen is bowling, drawing a bit better nowadays. Hopefully he gets one pretty close here, which I think he is.
I think he's bad, Derek. Just needs to finish. Right up.
Yeah, and that's
great try.
Well, you know, what's that, 3 inches short? That's unacceptable, Kyle, isn't it?
Coach should be having a word with them, get them up. As you mentioned, returning players over the last few years. I mean, the last time I was at these championships was, I think, 3 years ago. It was here. And there was some players, as you say, repeat appearances, and the difference in them, the standard-wise and the ability over the last few years has been tremendous. Let's try in here. What a ball that is. Well played. Great ball.
This is really what we expected at the start.
This is more like
wasn't it? Really, you know, slow start from Stephen, but we expected really the ends to be like this, high quality drawing. I don't know what he had for lunch. I see in his profile his favourite food is pizza and pasta, the big unit. So I'm not sure what he had for lunch, but this is going to finish in a pretty good spot too. But not exactly what he wanted, but
just give him an option.
Pretty good spot at this stage.
Yeah. There's not a lot to draw there. There's probably 3 inches-ish, but there's not a target there either, is there? At the moment, anyway.
Yeah.
A single ball target.
Joseph has asked the marker if he can come down, even though it's 2 bowls. Generally, this week the markers have been reasonably generous in allowing the player to come down after 2 bowls. That hasn't happened a lot, and that's what it's all about, you know.
Yeah. Totally agree with
just
you, mate.
happens here and there. It's fine.
You don't mind on a head like that when it's absolutely necessary to have a look.
Yeah, that's right. The ITOs have been good this week for sure. The organisation, Sarah Jane here at County Antrim, indoor bowls. Not everyone has a weapon like Ryan Bester with either his third or fourth bowl, but first two bowls to put the pressure on your opponent, getting them close is very important.
Great couple of balls there from Joseph.
Yeah, Steve's having a niggle here. He wants the split perfectly. He
He's
might
got
move
one.
the jack. He does. Well, he's got 2 shots, but Joseph's still got a bowl left, and
There's a lot of room, isn't
you'd
there?
almost bet your house on. I'm not sure the value. Well, you're in England, Carl, so your house is probably valued at about £2 million. But I'd just about bet your house that
He'll draw this.
he's going to get the shot here.
I think as well, I think every confidence in him drawing the shot. The position of the ball is key, with Stephen having a final ball and potentially 2 seconds when he goes to the mat.
Yes, wherever this finishes, it's going to give Stephen the opportunity, so we shall see. It's a little narrow for what he wanted, but it's probably going to end up the shot. And now Stephen has got a decision to make here.
Draws foot,
I
all
still
reaches and stops for 3.
think he's probably a little bit of weight either onto the bowl. He's got to make a decision, bowl or jack. You know, jack in the ditch could be 2 or 3 potentially. But I'm assuming he's going to play, let's say, a yard or 2 at the most. Probably bump that bowl through and sit for 3, ideally. Probably a big moment in the match here. The weight looks as if it's about a yard or
Roughly
2.
the pace that you were talking about, and he's close.
He's going to kick a goal here. Yeah. Yeah, he needed to punch that bowl out. Perfect weight. Punch the bowl out and sit for 3. Unfortunately, he misses. Australia goes to the lead. After 4 ends, they go 4-3 up. Australia having won the first set.
Talking to a couple of coaches through the week, and very, very interesting the amount of time that a lot of players have on the green, how supportive the local schools are by way of it's part of their education that they go on the green. Hong Kong, 4 hours a day, every day, I understand.
Yeah.
Fantastic that, isn't it?
Well, I think, you look at Hong Kong, you look at Malaysia, getting a lot of money involved in bowls now so that the youth have an opportunity to play a lot more. There is no doubt another great bowl from Joseph, first bowl, and that's been the difference so far in this game is really the first bowl. So it is critical. Yeah, the more the younger ones can get on the green, and the more experience they have, and more tournaments they're able to play. But the smaller nations are still struggle with that. Obviously, we have, we don't have the facilities. Obviously, Canada and other smaller nations that some of the bigger countries and all have. And a lot of our youth are either at school or in jobs, and in fact, try to arrange their holidays around bowls, and don't bowl much. Certainly in Canada in the winter, for example. So.
Stephen just pushed it through again there. Not a bad second, but that first ball of Joseph again, absolutely bang on. On the inside hand. We're trying not to leave anything jack high to give him a target. Good track. Finishing the centre of the rink, or very close to, not quite up. A 1 inch gap. Not a lot of room, is it?
Not a lot, no. Stephen's almost got to be playing up to this a little bit. Try and move that jack out to the side at the very least. I think he's narrow here. Yeah, he won't be happy with that.
In fact, he's bumping up for 2.
The big unit rarely missed one of those this morning, Kyle, I'd have to say, when he was playing us. So hopefully we haven't worn him out. But this is an important end number 5, there's no doubt.
I think you're 100% right. I mean, the early balls from Joseph, they're not giving Stephen anything to go by. He's under pressure all the time, every time he goes to the man.
Yeah,
massive early balls.
Yeah, his first bowl efficiency's been
brilliant.
Terrific.
Brilliant.
Really, so. Because he was a lead for Jack McShane when he was like 19 years old when they won the Australian Open pairs title. So obviously a very good draw bowler.
Let's give them furthest back. Right, Stephen. Huge ball, this one. Not a lot to target, but it's going inch to draw. Can't see the jack coming out to his other 2 balls.
No, unless he can squirt it out far enough, maybe. But maybe to count.
Very fine line passing the short ball.
Oh, yeah, not a lot of room for sure. Big bowl for Stephen here. I'm not sure if he's 1 or 2 down. A bit hard for us to see from here, but
yeah, I think Bernie's had 2 lollipops up there. But
yep. So
so whether the best angle would be
really
short balling at the jack.
Doesn't really want to be 3 down with 2 ends to play. Here we go. He doesn't like it. Looking at him, and it's wide. Once again, just not quite on Stephen that I've seen him during the week, that's for sure. That's another 2 to Australia. That will take them to a 6-3 lead in the second set after 5 ends. So
he needs 4 shots, doesn't he?
Stephen needs 4 shots to get into the tie break. And Joseph bringing the mat up again, rolling the jack down towards the tee. Not exactly to the tee, but down towards it. This one might be actually on the tee. And this is where his first bowl has been very, very good. In the background there on your screen, you see J.R. Ewing, the Australian Pathways coach out of Victoria, lives in Melbourne. JR's been coming to these for a number of years. It's almost like a reunion every year. And he'll be very pleased with how his horse is running at the minute.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he has been tremendous, absolutely tremendous. I said earlier on that he's been hitting that centre line time and time again. I just thought he'd given Stephen a little bit of a shout with the jack there, but Stephen missed an opportunity with that first ball.
Yeah, and that's the difference. I can tell you, well, this morning, when he defeated Eric Gallipo of Canada, he would have jumped on an opportunity like that.
He's got another go.
He still has a chance here.
Needs to step in.
He's got to get 4 shots in 2 ends. Not easy against Joseph.
Certainly better.
Oh,
I think he's going to be unlucky, is he?
Not going to be inside as much as he would have liked. Looks to be 1 down still. Joseph with an opportunity here, and normally when Joseph has an opportunity, he takes full advantage of it.
Certainly on a much better road. Pace required.
A little bit Speedy Gonzalez.
That's not a bad ball though.
Well, Stephen needs this one, that's for sure.
Yeah, his short ball is forced to change his hand.
Needs one right on here. And he's just going to come up short. So So there you look at those 3 bowls of Stevens. You know, they're all, you know, like, you know, in our language, they're pretty close. But for the level that these guys are playing at, and what they've been playing at during the week, that's not as close as what he's been
probably
getting.
A little bit scrappy on the compared to what they've been playing all week. Yeah, you're right.
Joseph's last bowl of this 6th end on the forehand. He'll be looking to get this one nice and close, and it looks as if he's not too bad. That's probably the shotterest, as they would say, Carl. Might be the closest one. I don't know, either that or his own blue. Bit hard to tell from this angle, but that's another bowl around abouts, which has Stephen probably a little confused about what to do next.
Very difficult to get anything more than one shot out of this end.
Premium with a lot of confidence, you know. I don't know. You know, he's probably got to look at the scoreboard. Geez, I'm 3 down. You know, is there a shot that he comes onto his own red, and perhaps the shooter goes over towards the jack and drags it over to his other red for a possible 3? You know, it's all. It's all it's all very difficult shot. You know, you're looking to play miraculous shots. You know, that's for sure.
Hoping for that slice of luck as well.
And when you're looking to play miraculous shots, it's
well, he's not far away from the jack. If he gets the jack,
he's going to have the jack, but
he halves it. It's game over.
Yeah, he's going to lose it. Yeah. And that
2.
That will be the end of the match there. So you will have your gold medalist and winner of the World Bowls Under-25 Championship, Joseph Clarke from Australia, defeating Stephen Lowrie from Scotland in 2 sets to 0. In an exhibition that Joseph certainly put a first bowl down, putting Stephen under a lot of pressure, and you know, Stephen not quite there in the final that he'd been during the week, and certainly in the semi-final, which is unfortunate. But a couple of great players, and I call them kids, but because they're 25, Joseph's 21, and they're not really kids, but yeah, they're good. They're good guys as well. So I know they talk to people, and they're not aloof, and they enjoy their bowls and enjoy being with different people from around the world. Coming up next, we have the presentation of the men's singles tournament. We see our tournament director there, the great Ginger Gordon Woods, getting stuff ready. He will be the MC for the medal presentation. I think that's Australia now. I think that's three championships in a row for Australia in the men's singles.
Yeah, very worthy winner here this afternoon.
So they come out of playing lots in Australia, obviously, and playing a lot of high-level bowls over a lengthy period of time. It doesn't matter whether they're 18 or 38. They've played a lot of high-level pressure bowls, and they come over here, and they are immensely successful. Obviously, a program down there with plenty of money. They're able to do lots of things with their players.
Makes a difference, doesn't it?
It makes a big difference, and it's good to see that hard work always pays off. So you're always born with a certain amount of talent, but it's what you do with it is the key there. As the players start to gather for the presentations, we have Australia gold, Scotland silver, New Zealand and Canada in the bronze position. Yep. So we've got a couple from the couple from the Northern Hemisphere and a couple from the Southern Hemisphere, Kyle, which is at least a nice mixture.
Evenly balanced, isn't it?
We come over to the UK and battle you guys all the time.
Your boy doing well this week?
Yeah, started a little slow, but started to get better and better as the week goes on. As you'd expect, you know, like he hasn't bowled much the last couple of months, really. Yeah. So we now go to Gordon Woods for the medal presentation. Over to you, Gordon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the presentation of the World Indoor Junior Championship Men's Singles title. To make the presentations, we have World Bowls Director Sue Bede and the President of the International Indoor Bowls Council, Clarke. Bronze medalist from Canada, Eric Gallipo. Also bronze medalist from New Zealand, Cameron Horrell. Now silver medalist from Scotland, Stephen Lowrie. And lastly, gold medalist and your new world champion from Australia, Joseph Clarke. We'll also ask Sue to present the Jimmy Davidson Trophy as the new world champion to Joseph. Now, if you are able, can I ask you all to please be upstanding for the national anthem of Australia. Thank you all, ladies and gents. That concludes the presentation of prizes. I'm going to ask Trevor on for the official photographs, and if anybody else wishes, if they could take their photographs after Trevor. Thank you very much, and we will commence the ladies' final at 1:45. Ladies' final will go early at 4:40.